I can see peace or I can see war. I can see sunshine or I can see a storm. What do you choose? Now I choose to love with freedom flying. From my heart where the light keeps shining. I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. Well, I can see sharing or I can see greed. I can see caring or poverty. What do you choose? I can see gardens or I can see bombs. I can see life or death coming on strong. What do you choose? Now I choose to live with freedom flying. From my heart where the light keeps shining. I choose to feel the whole world crying for strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I see us healing, the darkness dying. I see us dawning as one world united. What do you choose? Love or fear? What do you choose? Now I choose to live with freedom flying. From my heart where the light keeps shining. I choose to feel the whole world crying. I choose to feel the one voice rising. And I choose to feel us all united in the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. Good morning.
Thank you. I guess I need a microphone. I forgot I'm not mic'd today. I'm not mic'd today. I'm glad he's thinking of that. So I'm not. That's right. I'm not Jeannie McGee either. I'm Travis Wiley, and I'm here to welcome you this morning. I'm glad everyone is here. Let's see, I'm going to share this. So, you know, part of this, I read this flow of service every week, and it says, welcome, guests, Facebook, meet and greet. So, first of all, welcome. I'm glad everyone is here this morning. It's great to have you at Unity of Little Rock on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. I saw some blue sky this morning. Did y'all see that? And I tell you, it was so awesome. I left the house this morning and there were like these huge flocks of geese were flying over and honking. If you follow me on Facebook, I put a quick photo, a live video up. It was just spectacular. So it kind of slowed me down of getting here this morning though. So, you know, the Facebook thing, let's see, hang on a second. You know, one of the things we can do to kind of help, you know, get more interest and more knowledge and just get people know is, you know, we share on Facebook. So I just shared when I was sitting there and Tam and them were singing, I checked in at Unity of Little Rock. I said, we got a great speaker, and I tagged Susan Julie Gonzales. So and then I tagged everyone that I could. I think I forgot you, Laura, that I'm Facebook friends with. So it's going to show up. So all the friends that you're friends with are going to see that you were tagged in a Facebook post by Travis Wiley. And then if y'all will get that post and then share it, and then that's going to get the word out. And that's the way we can use some social media to help get the word out about Unity of Little Rock. We need to let people know. You know, I feel like sometimes we're like a light that's just shining bright, and we just put the basket right over it. We want to keep our light shining bright within these walls so that we know about it, but God forbid we let the community know about it. You know, we don't want to let the people in Little Rock know what great things are going on here, do we? No, of course we do. Of course we do. So anyway, I think maybe, I don't know if that's what this Facebook thing means. I know we're not doing the Facebook live streaming anymore, but you know, these services are recorded, and Scott or Pam, somebody puts them up on YouTube, and then they post them to the Unity Facebook page. So, you know, they're available to watch, so you can go back. So like this morning when we hear our great message, you think, well, I want to hear that again. You can go back and listen to Susan again and hear what she had to say. So anyway, is there anybody here who's attending Unity for the very first time? I don't think so. Oh, we do have a guest. We got two guests. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Thank you. I tell you, we're small in numbers, but what we lack in numbers will make up for in enthusiasm and in zealousness and just spirit. And we're glad you're here, and it's just great to see everyone. This is the third week of Advent. So we're going to, the theme for today, if you will, is going to be on love. And so as we approach this Advent season, you know, each week, the first was faith. Thank you, Pat. was faith. And then last week we talked about peace. This week it's about love. And then the fourth week is on joy. And it is about preparing ourselves for the birth of that baby Jesus, that innocent child, that remembrance, reminding ourselves of where we came from as innocent souls from the spiritual world into this realm. And from the birth of Jesus, then we approach the birth of Christ at Epiphany, which is our higher consciousness. So it's just this beautiful time of year that we have this opportunity for spiritual growth and spiritual transformation. So before we do the meet and greet, I always like to take the opportunity when I get to open by saying the invocation. So I'm going to say the invocation that Charles Fillmore gave us. If you will, if you know it, you can join with me. I am the presence of pure being, immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. I am all that God is, manifesting as the point of me. As I express divine wisdom, all thoughts of mortal limitation have no power over me. I am the presence and power of pure love, bringing into manifestation my world according to divine law. And so it is. And now, if you will, stand and let's meet and greet your neighbors, and then we'll have another song by our great music team.
Love came down at Christmas. Love all lovely, love divine. Love was born at Christmas. Stars and angels gave the sign. Love shall be our token. Love be yours and love be mine. Love to God and all men. Love for plea and gift and sign. Came down at Christmas. of all lovely, love divine, was born at Christmas. Star and angels gave a sign.
Good morning. I'm Pat Walter. I'm your prayer chaplain for today. It is my honor to serve on a Sunday that says love. That's just one of my favorites. How can you miss on that one? I want to call your attention, as always, to our prayer box. If you have prayer requests and you would like to put them inside, we pray over them here for a month, and then they're sent to Silent Unity for another month of 24-hour prayer. Our Christ candle is lit, recognizing that the Christ within us is shining and radiating to all that are here and as we take it with us outside. Our daily word statement for today is I am divine love in expression. The scripture is from Colossians chapter 3, verse 14. Above all, clothe yourselves with love, which binds together everything in perfect harmony. Our Advent, as I say, is lit, the third Sunday of the month. Love is the harmonizing power, the unifying power of Advent. The Nativity is showing us that there is no status, there is no count of possessions or who has more than another. It's bringing us all together in that space of love. The shepherds were considered lowly, the wise men considered very rich, but they were all drawn by the power of love to the manger. Love is ever present. It is unconditional. It is timeless, and enfolds us as the manger cradled the Holy Child. William Claw has a quote I saw this past few weeks. Christmas is God's gift of love to you, whoever, wherever you are. You do not have to go anywhere. You do not need to look beyond where you are right now. The Nativity also reminds us that we are the Christ child. We are looking to have that Christ light renewed within us, that Holy Spirit of innocence and love. It is the renewal of that power of love. I am love and expression. Holding that thought, let's go into prayer for a moment. Go to that heart-centered space within you. Feel the life that flows through you, the warmth of that enfolding presence. I am aware of the Christ presence in all. And I look behind the masks that people present of fear, doubt, confusion, lack, or anger. I endeavor to see all persons and events with the understanding, compassion, forgiveness, comfort, and enfold them all in love. We have all heard many times the letter of Paul to the Corinthians, which is probably one of the loveliest explanations of love. Love is patient. Love is kind. It is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way, It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. Only love exists, and I am love in expression. And so it is. And now I ask if you will join with me in our statement of being. In your bulletin, if you have it available. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. Thank you. If you wish separate prayer, I'll be available at the chapel in the back after service.
Send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens. And it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the sea. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens. And it returns to me, and it returns to me.
Good morning. I invite you for our meditation to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, take a nice exhale. Exhaling deeply, just letting it all out and breathing in that divine breath. And as you breathe in that divine breath, and you exhale at your unique rhythm, your unique breathing rhythm. I invite you to acknowledge the mystic Christ, the Christ within, the one and only, the I am. And as you breathe in the awareness of the I am, the Christ that I am, that there is only one of us, and it is the Christ that is breathing and exhaling, circulating the divine breath in every cell, every system of the body temple. I am. What more can I say? I am the mystic Christ. I am enough. Because thou art, I am. From the depths of me, I am. I am the Christ. In and around me, I am. Over and through, I am. O inner being, eternal and blessed, complete and perfect, I am. Birthless and changeless and deathless, I am. I am. I am the mystic Christ. And evermore shall be the Christ I am. And breathing that in, I am the mystic Christ. The I am that is breathing, the breath of life. What more can I say? I am the Christ. Trusting this power and this presence that is forever and ever expressing itself as our very lives. The Christ expressing itself as love, as joy, as peace, as patience, as goodness, is the I amness, the I am. Acknowledging the I am. Take a deep breath and exhale. And with gratitude for the awareness, the knocking on the door, the opening of the heart to a deeper acceptance of the I amness. I invite you in your heart to say thank you. I am the mystic Christ. I am the love in expression. I am God expressing itself. As the I am. Exhale and breathe in. And when you're ready, rub your hands together and open your eyes.
Might stand up on the stage next time. I think the speaker might be catching your mic.
Okay.
Just before you say something you can't take away, take a breath and let it out, and try to think about what would love do now. Wondering if you should cross the line for good. Whatever you decide, ask yourself from inside, what will love do now? Everything is either an act of love or a cry for love. That's why for love we try for love, and in the end it's all we know that's real. Whether right or wrong, doesn't matter just as long as you let your heart decide. Ask yourself from inside, what will love do now? Everything is either an act of love or a cry for love. That's why for love we die for love, and in the end it's all we know that's real. Whether right or wrong, doesn't matter just as long as you let your heart decide. Ask yourself from inside, what will love do now? As you let your heart decide, ask yourself from inside, what will love do now?
Thank you. Thank you, Tan. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, David. Has the music, is it just me, or has the music been especially great this morning? Let's give them a big round of applause. And I really appreciate the drums that David's bringing us this morning. So I want to take a moment, going to introduce our speaker, even though she's already been kind of on the stage this morning with our meditation. And for most of you who are here and part of Unity, y'all probably think, well, she doesn't need an introduction. We know who she is. But you know, it's important when someone is speaking as a guest, and she is a guest speaker here for us today. We need to keep that in mind and show our appreciation to her for being here and presenting for her. For our guests that are here today, we're in a transition period. We're without a minister right now, so that's why we're really grateful to have such great speakers like Susan Julie Gonzales here today. Susan's been a part of Arkansas. She said she moved here in 2010, even though she bought a house here in 2006. I think that's pretty cool. That's one way of knowing you're making your transition. Buy your house before you move. That's kind of like sealing it in faith there. I'm going, you know. But she said that she got introduced to Science of Mind in 2005 when she was here visiting Arkansas. And she said she went back home to California, and everywhere she turned, she kept hearing Science of Mind and getting exposed to the great works of Science of Mind. So she became a Science of Mind practitioner, which means teacher. So I was confused about that. I thought she was a minister of Science of Mind, but they're called practitioners. And I always appreciate what she brings into her talks. She always shares some of that Science of Mind. And if you study Ernest Holmes' work, it's some fascinating, truly deeply spiritual work that he brought to humanity. She's also a photographer, and she's probably been doing that all of her life. If you've never seen any of her photographs, go to her website and check them out. She's got some beautiful photography work. And then, you know, she's also very heavy into prayer, which goes with the Science of Mind and Ernest Holmes' work. So everybody, let's give a great big warm welcome to our speaker, Susan Julie Gonzales.
Thank you. It's always wonderful to be here at Unity Little Rock. As I shared last time I was here, I found when I had first started coming to Arkansas, I found that briefcase, that CCLR. And, you know, my interpretation of that was the Christ consciousness of Little Rock. And I hold that in my heart, that it's not just Little Rock, there's only one of us, and so we bring that to the state, we bring that to our country, we bring that to our world, and we bring that through love, through the awareness of who we are and what we are, and the gifts that we are given. And as the holiday season is upon us, a lot of us may or may not be shopping and purchasing gifts, but the greatest gift we have, exactly, Sandy, right here, and it is in the awareness that we are it. The meditation that I did, I adapted that from Ernest Holmes, in one of his meditations, and finding the Christ. And it was interesting that it kept coming up. It was the theme, the I am, and I had no idea that was going to be the theme for today. And it was so perfect. I love how Spirit works, and if we can allow Spirit to work in our lives, and I want to just invite you to change Spirit working in our lives. And this comes from Ernest Holmes, and I think it's fabulous when we take a look at the gifts. This comes from the Science of Mind. It comes from Living the Science of Mind from page 410. A person without a spiritual conviction cannot hope to make the same use of the creative power of his thoughts as the one who has it. We must deliberately play with the idea that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, that the kingdom of heaven is within. And I love the quote from Romans, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And if we look at the idea, instead of Spirit working through us, what if we change that whole idea of play? As we look at the Christ child, and our study is on the Christ child, we're asked to have faith of a child, right? We're to have the faith of a child. We're to come to the Father, which is within, with faith of a child, that everything is going to work out okay, that our best interest is at hand, that's all that's happening. Just as if there's parents in the room, our parents always had our best interest at hand. Sometimes there were some hiccups in life that maybe, in our humanness may have not turned out or have felt, wow, this doesn't feel very good, Mom, or whatever it may be. But we're to come to that faith with childlike faithfulness, to know and to trust that power and that presence that is within us. And so what if we started our day with childlike playfulness with Spirit? Those things that we're about to do, we can call it even going to work. I was talking with Pam this morning, and we were doing the buenos dias, alegría, 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 buenos dias. And she said, I'm going to do that at work. So we practiced that a little bit. And that alegría is the joy that we are. What if we woke up in the morning and said, okay, Spirit, buenos dias, alegría. Let's say that. Ready? Buenos dias, alegría. Alegría, alegría, buenos dias. And so what if we woke up in the morning and have that childlike faithfulness? Ernest Holmes says that creative process, that our faith, I'm going to read that statement again. A person without a spiritual conviction cannot hope to make the same use of the power of his thought as the one who has it. And we're all using this power, this gift. We're all using it. Are we having faith, misplaced faith in something that we don't want to happen? Or are we having the faith in knowing that the creative process, the law, right? We're using the law all the time. And that power, that creative power of our thoughts is the law that is working. Are we using it playfully? When we're at play, we're having fun, right? When we're out on a play date with our bud, our friend, our beloved, our best friend, our girlfriends, when we're together, our guy friends, when we're together, we're having fun. We're looking at it joyfully. Can we transform our thoughts that we're thinking so they're in joy? So we're feeling the feeling tone of joy, that we're feeling the feeling tone of love. I want to share this with you because I think it's really important in the climate, the political climate that we're in today. The meditations, the song that we just sang, after the meditation, I thought about our president. I don't know if it was it was the one right after, or the one, I'm sending my love across the mountains. I'm sending my love out. And if we're looking at that we're all one in this thing together, and it doesn't matter where they're at, who it may be, people in prisons, people that are incarcerated, the children in the camps, whoever it may be, people that we love, we're all one. And are we sending our love? And it's difficult. I have gotten caught up in that, looking at the news and looking at that stuff and seeing what's happening and when is, this thing going to resolve? And so if we're living by principle, it doesn't matter who, what, where, when, how, what happened. Are we sending our love? And so the invitation that I have for myself, and the invitation that I am going to offer to you, is that as we continue to look at what's happening in our world and our climate, can we send our love? Can we shift our energy? Can we shift our vibration? Can we intentionally shift our thought to, am I sending love? And it's a tough one. And as we shift Our consciousness, being aware of our thinking process. We can shift to what we want to think about. If we just let it run amok, it'll take us off into the road. If we're not, we get swervy while we're driving our car, we'll get on that strip that the Department of Transportation has put on to let us know that we're getting off the road now. So when we catch ourselves, whatever it may be, whoever it may be, that we begin to think thoughts that are not life-enhancing. Each and every cell of our body temple is either regenerating, happy, healthy cells. They're cells that are ready to regenerate. They're cells that are ready to move out of the body temple, move through that lymphatic system, however they're moving through the body. And they're regenerating. We're regenerating cells every second. And so as we think the thoughts that we're thinking, not only the quality of food that we're eating, the thoughts that we're thinking, those cells are regenerating at that vibration, right? If it's happening. And our body is believing every word we say. And it's picking up on that vibrational tone of that thought, whether it's about ourselves or about someone else. So with everything that's happening right now in our country and in our world, it's so important to be the watcher of our thoughts. And things will come up. I know for myself, I had just to share with you, I have a lovely minister. My license is held in Oklahoma at the Inner Journey Center for Spiritual Living. I'm an outreach practitioner, which means I don't have a Center for Spiritual Living home church in my area. And so I'm an outreach practitioner. And my minister is wonderful. She sent me a message and, what can I pray for, what can I pray for you for? And then we were talking and she said, well, do you need to forgive anybody? And I thought about it. I'm like, well, I could always forgive myself. But I didn't say it like that. Yeah, I need to forgive myself. And so when we ask for things, I need to forgive myself, things will show up in life that help to facilitate that thing that we want. And it may not be pleasant. And that is just my example for me. But whatever it may be, and those things that show up, there's nothing to be healed but the truth to be revealed. It's revealing of truth. It's revealing of who we are. It's allowing that stuff, that stuff that doesn't serve us to be cleansed, to be washed away. It's like throwing your clothes in the laundry, right? We got on the way here. I was telling Will that as he was driving, I was looking at the trees, seeing from the roadside if I can see some lion's mane on any of the trees. I've got this thing for the mushrooms right now, and so I was looking for lion's mane. I'm like, what would I do? Run out there if I saw a lion's mane? Would I run out there in my white pants and show up at church? And I'm like, better stop looking for lion's mane. But it's so like our clothes get dirty. What do? We don't throw them away. We don't, this garment, it didn't resist the dirt. We wash it. So as we look at love and we look at forgiveness. And so what I'd like to do is take us through a little exercise on forgiveness. And what I believe is that when we have forgiveness, whether it's from ourselves or for someone else, someone we feel did something wrong, or some experiences that happened in our lives that weren't pleasant, we can either walk with those and hang on to them. And the Buddha says it's like having unforgiveness. It's like picking up coal and you want to throw it at somebody, but you picked it up and it's burning you. And so when we hold on to things that in our lives that, and it doesn't mean we forget about them, it just means that the vibrational tone of what we walk with that memory with doesn't create the charge in our body that creates that feeling, that changes our expression, that hinders the love, that hinders the expression of love, hinders the receptivity of love. And so I'd like to invite you to close your eyes. And as you breathe in and exhale, breathe in that divine breath. And knowing that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and it is the Father within that doeth the work. Jesus said, it's not I, but the Father within that doeth the work. And so I invite you to picture that divine essence as the being sitting, that essence, sitting there, and a child, a 4-year-old child, is standing before you. And loving that child, and looking at that child, and knowing that that child is beautiful and divine, and has complete faith and trust. That there is no doubt, no fear, no worry. And as you love that child and you look into that child's eyes lovingly, and know that anything that could have ever happened as this child grows up is only a phase, a moment in time, a learning experience. For that child is divine. That child is me. And when I say me, it's the individual as each and every one of us. It is the I am. And pick that child up. And as you pick that child up, that child becomes a baby. And hold that baby close. And love that baby. And knowing that that baby grows up to be the beautiful human being that we are today. That divine expression of God, expressing love. And anything that has happened between that time that that baby was held in these loving arms to this moment in time was a learning experience. An experience to get to a higher consciousness of who we are. That those experiences got us to this moment in time. And as this transformation of the baby into adulthood takes place, I invite you to take This child that walks up to you now. And this child, this 4-year-old child, is your mother. And as this 4-year-old who is going to grow up to be a woman will have experiences let that child know that all the experiences that she has had, anything that may have been perceived as wrongdoing, is forgiven. They're learning experiences. And just like missing a math problem and getting it right later on, that it's all for learning to become the Christ within. And as you grab that baby's hands, that 4-year-old's hands, pick it up, pick up that little girl, and she becomes a baby in your arms. Love it, kiss it, and say thank you. All is forgiven. I appreciate you, and I know you will grow up to be a beautiful, loving being. And as this next child comes in, this little boy, 4-year-old little boy, it is your father. Take that little boy's hand and look into his eyes and know that all of the experiences that have ever happened, good or bad, have all been for the greater good, for the divine love. Know that any experience that may have not felt good, that it may hurt, are forgiven. That we are the Christ consciousness that can forgive. Pick up that little boy, and as you pick up that little boy, it transforms into a baby. And hug that baby. Give that baby a kiss and say thank you. Thank you. And as this next child comes into the room, take its hand. And I invite you to search in your heart if there is a situation, a person that you feel needs forgiving, that will help to expand your heart in love. To look at that 4-year-old's eyes. And say thank you. I'm sorry you experienced those experiences that created our experience together. That this love that I am can transform and heal. Pick up that baby, that 4-year-old, and as you pick it up, see it as a baby. And know that whatever experience that baby has had, It was a learning experience. It was a learning experience for both of us. And knowing that I am the Christ. I am the divine. That is through my love that the light is shined, that each and every child that has come before us in this meditation is the Christ. I invite you to embrace that baby, to kiss it, and know that there is peace in the hearts of each and every one of these children that we encountered at this time. There's peace as being the Christ. And as we come to this time, knowing that love prevails, that there's only one thing happening, and that thing is love. That thing is God. That thing is the divine. That thing is breathing me, breathing each and every one of us, that we're in this thing together, that it matters not what the label we put on it. It doesn't matter where in the world we are. It is God's love. It is God's love in us that we love humanity, that we transform ourselves, and as we transform ourselves, the world around us transforms. And it could be ever so slight. But as we know, as we move off the trail ever so slightly, we move to the whole different part of the forest. If a plane veers slightly off its course, it ends up somewhere else. And so we're staying focused on who we are, the I am. I invite you to breathe in, I am the love of Christ. It is the Father within me that doeth the work. There's nothing to be healed but the truth to be revealed. And the truth is, I am love in expression. I acknowledge the divine in every cell of my body. I acknowledge the divine in the breath that I'm breathing. I acknowledge the love that is God is me. That I am the love of God. Allowing anything and everything that is up for healing to be transformed to truth revealing. In our ignorance, in our doubts, in our worries, our unworthiness, our feelings that no longer serve, are transformed and transmuted at this moment in time. Right now. Jesus manifested like that. Let us manifest the knowingness of who we are right now as the I am of our being. I invite you to breathe in and exhale. Breathe in that divine breath, knowing that I am the love of God in expression. Breathe it in and exhale. I am the love of God in expression. And knowing and trusting that this power, this presence, this knowingness, this awareness transforms each and every one of our lives right here and right now. Knowing that as we walk in faith and trust and power and presence of our awareness that God is the only thing happening. And with deep gratitude, I say thank you, Father, Mother, God, knowing that this word that I speak is the law unto itself, that it goes forth and it does not return to me void, but it is complete in the matter for which it is sent. And I say thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Divine Presence and Essence. With deep gratitude and thanksgiving, I say, and so it is. And if you'll anchor it with me by saying, and so it is, amen. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back into the space.
I don't know if this is coordinated or not. I don't think it is, but it's just an amazing thing here at Unity, the serendipity that takes place between the message of the morning and the music, just how it all fits together. So what a beautiful song, what a beautiful message. Not on the human level. Yes, that's exactly right. And just, I don't know about you guys, but I'm still feeling in this meditative spirit of the lesson and the meditation and the song, and I kind of like the energy, so I don't want to bring it up too much. But we are going to go ahead and do our offering, and I'll ask Jeannie and Linda, y'all come on down here. We'll start from this end and work our way back. Y'all know it takes money to keep things going around here. We don't get funds there's no national unity organization that's supporting us. Anything that we do around here comes out of our own pockets, the people that are right here, and everyone is so generous, and we are so grateful for each and every one of you and for what you give. So let's continue that, and we'll say together our offering. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. So it is.
There is more than love.
Oh, cable malfunction. He predicted it before the service.
There is enough in a universe lovingly crafted. There is more than enough on a planet of sacred design. There is more than enough for humanity as was imagined. Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I go without? Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I go without? Your infinite love made me, made everything I see, and all there will ever be is pure infinite love. Let my soul know the truth. Whatever I choose to do, your infinite love will prove more than enough, more than enough, more than enough.
I want to send a huge thank you to our Unity community. I had the pleasure of delivering an entire back SUV load of donations to our house yesterday. So thank you so much. I hope you saw the picture on Facebook that I posted of all the stuff that was underneath the tree. It was just overwhelming, and they are just so very appreciative of everything. And I want to thank Sandy for helping me pack it all up too. I really appreciate all the help, and thank you for helping. This Friday, the 21st, is going to be not Sounds of Unity, but Sounds of Hootenanny.
It still sounds like you.
I love it. Bill or Laura Lynn, is there anything you'd like to add to that? Great, sounds wonderful. Thank you. And our Advent will conclude next Sunday. As you said, it's the Joy. And we will actually be have a script for a metaphysical Christmas play.
That's right. Jeannie, do you want to say anything about that? Or? Okay. Yeah.
So we're going to be doing a metaphysical Christmas play, and Jeannie will be contacting people to ask them to please participate to read a part of that. And I know the music team is going to be coordinating the music that goes along with that.
Yeah, it should be great. We got parts for people, places, and things, I think, when I saw the script. So you could be a person, you could be Mary or Joseph, you could be an angel, you could be...
the manger. I thought I saw the manger.
The manger, so you could be a thing, or you could be a place.
Bethlehem.
I think Bethlehem
was in it.
So, lots of opportunities.
Yeah.
If you want to volunteer, go right ahead.
That's right.
So when you see Jeannie McGree on your caller ID,
Run the other way.
I am challenging you to accept the call. I'm just going to put that out there, Travis. Oh, you're going to
I was
miss
going to
it.
volunteer to be the donkey, but
Oh. Okay, and I think
and then
that...
the 30th, what's going on the 30th? Jeannie, are we doing a Berlin Bowl service on the 30th?
Yes, indeed. And it'll be a little bit different than we've been doing it. Where y'all together, then you decide what you want to release, and then you make a commitment to an intention what you want to put on.
And then the 30th will also be potluck. And I know Jerry's not going to be here, but I'll be here. Pat's going to be here. So we'll have 2/3 of the hospitality team will be here. So potluck will take place on December 30th after the Burning Bowl service. So,
Thank you. Any other announcements? Candle lighting next week. Susan, Julie? So I decided to brag to Susan, Julia. I said, I wanted you to know that last time you were here, I accepted your challenge. That I decided to do the hug, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful me, and I put little hash marks. I have a tick mark on my refrigerator, and at first I would just do it very quietly to myself, didn't want to be obtrusive. Now I stand in front of the mirror and I practically shout it out loud, and I'm up to 32. And you were right. After I had to really think about it, but after 20, it's like, oh, wait a minute, I need to do this. So it really becomes a habit, and I really feel empowered by it. And I'd like to share with you something else that I've been empowered by. Sandy and Groves and I have become gratitude partners. At the end of every evening, we text each other 3 things that we are grateful for that day. We just text them to each other. And let me tell you, sometimes it's a challenge. I'll get her text and I'm like, okay, well, it stopped raining. I'm grateful for that. I have my fur babies on my lap keeping me warm. Grateful for that, But I'll tell you, it really makes you stop and think about the things you are truly grateful for. So if anyone would like to have a gratitude partner, please come and see Sandy and I. We're happy to take you on as partners. I love doing it. At first, there are times, 2 months now we've been doing this. And it's been wonderful. So please see us if you would even like to continue to be partners with us, or if you'd like someone else to be your gratitude partner. It's really been enlightening.
it's a great idea. I love that.
Okay. I think, should we circle up now?
Let's circle up. Well, yeah. All right, everybody, let's circle up. And we'll say our second reading and end with our...
Love of God enfolds us. Power of God protects us. And the power. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence where we are. There be peace on earth in me. There be peace on earth, peace meant to me. As our Creator, we all are weak. Let's walk with each other in perfect harmony. The peace within me, let us be the moment now. Every step I take, let me my joyous vow. Take each moment and let eternity. There be peace and let it begin.